Hi, welcome to my guitar tutorial talking about the diminished whole tone scale. So these are just some very simple concepts that I've been playing around with over the last couple days. These are some, if you look below the video in the description, you'll see a couple PDFs that I have included here. One is the A altered scale, which I'm also calling the diminished whole tone scale. And I'll explain what that means. And then I also have a PDF of this a C minor pentatonic, E flat major pentatonic, and applying that to an A7th chord, A7 altered, talking about the diminished fragment starting from the flat 7, the whole tone fragment starting from the major third. and then some arpeggios, pentatonics, and then I'll also at some point talk about how to move these patterns around and apply these to a minor 2-5-1 using the melodic minor scale. So I'll just try to remember what I did in the beginning there. So that I was just trying to kind of go through some of the basic concepts I'll be talking about today. So the very first thing on the first sheet is just the A altered diminished whole tone. So I'll say the note name. So G, A, B flat, C, C sharp, E flat, F, G, and then I also can go up to the A there. So that's backwards A, G, F, E flat, C sharp, C, B flat, A, G. Okay, and then I'm using this chord here, G, C sharp, F, B, and then I'm also adding that note. So that's essentially like a sharp 5, A sharp 5, sharp 9, flat 9. Okay, so then as far as the diminished whole tone, so this is a B flat melodic minor. So the first tetrachord I did G, A, B flat, C, right? G minor tetrachord. Second tetrachord was B flat minor. Right, those work, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do the thing that I do in a lot of my videos. I'm just gonna move that up to here. Okay, so same tetrachords completely played here. So from G, and then minor tetrachord from the B flat. Right, all over the A. Okay, then if you look at the next part, C sharp, E flat, F, G, that's essentially a whole tone. Right, so there's different ways you can negotiate that. So whole tone would be, you can do it like that, or you can go C sharp, E flat, F, G, A, or I don't think I did this in my beginning. Right, that kind of thing sounds kind of cool too. Right, so diminish, whole tone. So that's where the term a diminished whole tone comes from. I also used one more tetrachord. I also used a major tetrachord. So if I'm starting, if I'm thinking A altered, B flat melodic minor, so the top part of that would be F, G, A, B flat. So you can refer to the William Fowler handout where he talks about using tetrachords to create different kind of scales. So if you took a B flat melodic minor, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, that's a minor tetrachord plus a major tetrachord, F, G, A, B flat. So that gives you the middle part of that. So in this diagram, you just have to add a couple extra notes. So when you get to the F, G, A, B flat, C, and then you also have the C sharp there too. So melodic minor, minor tetrachord. Right, okay, so that's the two tetrachords. Okay, so then I also showed a little bit of pentatonic. Now what I decided to do is on the second diagram, I decided not to play all the way up here. So I just took those same concepts, I just moved them down to here. And I'm mostly playing on the top 4 strings. Okay, so that's just C minor, E flat major pentatonic, C, B flat, G, F, E flat, C, B flat, G, F, E flat. So all over this altered chord. So you can do, like I think I did a couple blues scale licks. I thought that sounded kind of cool. Or you can also think maybe like E flat major lick. E flat. Right, so that's the pentatonic. Okay, and then I also threw in let me do the C up here. Okay, so then I was using this voicing here. So I'm taking advantage of this low bass string I have here. So this is the chord here, A, C sharp, G, C, F, a very typical, altered dominant chord. So I'm just playing this part of the chord with the low A. So here I'm playing B flat, C, E flat, F, G, C minor pentatonic. And then get down the scale. All right, so that's on that second diagram. Okay, so then when I was when I was getting ready to do this video, I kind of came up with a couple interesting concepts. So the one is to do kind of like a C blues scale lick. So, all right, so that's just C blues, and then also since I'm playing off of the G minor 7 flat 5, you can also do the modal pentatonic based off of G minor 7 flat 5. F, G, B flat, C, D flat. Right, so that's all going to be over. So there's your G minor 7 flat 5. Okay, so I came up with the lick. So a C blues scale lick followed by a G minor 7 flat 5 lick. So. I'll do it again. So that was kind of cool. So then I think I did the same thing here. I did a C. So do it there. I can also do it here. All right, so those are the couple of pentatonics. Okay, and then for arpeggios, then I did. Let's see, I did this one here. So this would just be coming from the sixth note of the melodic minor. So G, B flat, C sharp, F, A, C. So that would be I guess G minor 7 flat 5 with the 9 and the 4 or the 11. Okay, that's all going to be played over the dominant, the alter dom. All right, so that's a good one. And then I also started from here, from the B flat. So B flat, D flat, F, A, C, E flat. So that sounded good also. So I did this one, and also here. Right, so those two are arpeggios. Okay, so I think that was the. Oh yeah, and then I also talked a little bit about on the second diagram. So you have these different fragments. So once again, going back to this diminished whole tone. So if you go from the G, the flatted seventh of the A7 altered, you have a diminished fragment starting from the flat 7, G, A, B flat, G, up to E flat, and then back down. All right, so that's the diminished fragment there. Okay, and then you also have a whole tone fragment starting from the major third. Back, and that's all in the diagram there. Right, so I have that all diagrammed. So I'm not going to cover the whole board there, but so I have it all diagrammed from like the third fret up to the 21st fret. Okay, so that's going to be the some arpeggios and talking a little bit about the third and seventh. I mean, actually, maybe I'll do the same thing here. So you have from the C sharp, you're going to have the whole tone fragment up to A. Okay, and then from the G, you have the diminished. So all those would work as alter dominant. The E flat chord, the E flat dominant, adding the C and F, and then back down. So that's some of the basic things I did. Okay, so now to address the idea of a minor 2-5-1, I'm going to change backing tracks. So this is just iReal Pro. This is going to be E minor 7 flat 5, A7, altered or flat 9, and then D minor 6th. So what I thought I would do, I would take some of these concepts that I've present it, and I'll just move them around the fretboard. So the beauty of the melodic minor, people talk about this, like if you're familiar with the book, the Jazz Theory book by Mark Levine, piano player. He talks about how the melodic minor chords are all interchangeable. So you can use like this thing right here. That's A7. If you move it down 3 frets, it's E minor 7 flat 5. Okay, then back to here. And then if you move it up to here, B minor 7 flat 5, that's like a D minor 6 or D minor 6/9. So that's kind of what I'll be doing. I'll be taking these through those different permutations. So how about I'll start off with, I'll take that little piece there and I'll move it through the different progressions. So for the A dominant. Now for the E minor 7 flat 5, I'll come down to here. And then for the D minor chord. Okay, so I'll just take that through the minor 2/5 along with the backing track, starting from here, and starting from here, just using that middle piece of that A altered diminished whole tone scale that I have on the diagram. So now I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to use the concept that I talk about. I'm just going to take all those patterns and just move them across. They're exactly the same for this string. So starting from the E, right, that's going to be for the E chord, and then for the A, that's for the altered, and then for the minor chord. Starting from the B. So these are all pieces of the melodic minor scale, starting from the 6th note of that scale. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and I'll do the whole tone. So the same idea. So the whole tone, if you think of this shape, the whole tone is coming from that flat of fifth of that shape. Right. So just a whole tone fragment, whole tone tetrachord over this 2/5/1. So you can hear that F sharp note is a little hard to get used to on that E, but I thought I'd throw it in anyhow. Okay, so let me do maybe one more tetrachord with this. So now what I'm going to do, so based off of that note of the shape, right? That's that major tetrachord coming from the related G. So from the G minor, melodic minor, and then here for the alter, and then for here. Okay, so let me think what I might want to do. I might throw a chord in. I might occasionally maybe add in that extra fifth note of the tetra. Even though it's a tetrachord, I might just use that 5-note pattern there. Okay, you guys see how that works. So then obviously with a lot of these things, you have to just kind of practice and just kind of come up with your own versions of these patterns. Okay, so now with the pentatonics, what's going to happen is everything's the same. So I think I'll start off with this one here. So for the alter, you're doing C minor, E flat. Okay, and then for the E minor 7 flat 5, it's A minor pentatonic or C major pentatonic. Okay, and then for the D minor 7th chord, it's going to be E minor pentatonic. Okay, so I'll just play that over the progression. So I might throw in some of the some of the blues scale notes. Okay, you can see what I did there. So then for the E, I just went to the lower octave of the pentatonic. Okay, so how about, let's see, let me do the let's see, I did this one. How about so I did the one starting. How about I'll do the minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio. Minor 7 flat 5 modal pentatonic. All right, so you have the. So I'm just kind of thinking. So everything is. I'm thinking of the the 2-5-1, but I'm just simplifying it by just thinking of I'm playing off of this shape. So off the E minor, that's E minor 7 flat 5. I'm playing E minor minor 7 flat 5 pentatonic. Then for this one, I'm playing G minor, and then for this one I'm playing B minor. Just modal pentatonic. A. So that's another concept. Okay, so we had okay. So then we can do these arpeggios. Okay, so I'll do this one here. Move it down for the E minor. All right, so that F sharp note that one's a little tricky to use. So I'll just have to handle that carefully. So and then for a D minor chord, right? So I'm just using that same arpeggio and just moving around for the different chords. And just like in the Mark Levine book, he talks about that, about the being able to use these different chords and arpeggios interrelatedly. That sounds pretty good. Okay, and then I'll do this one here, starting from here. So that's starting on the. So that's for the E, then for the B, for the A7. Okay, and then I'll start this one here. So just starting from the. So that's from the E for the A dominant, and then for the D minor. Okay, arpeggio. Okay, so I did that one. Okay, and then what was the other? Okay, and then in terms of the voicings, I'm not really using a lot of different voicings. So I'm using this one here. Go back to the dominant, and then I think I was using this one a little bit. So that's a D flat major 7. So you can do D flat major 7 flat 5 or D flat major 7 sharp 5 for the alternate, and then those are all movable. Then the other one I kind of discovered as I was getting ready for this. So part of learning the guitar, it's good to learn things in equivalency. So all these voicings here, those minor 7 flat 5 ones, can also be used on the inner string. So you have E minor 7 flat 5, G minor 7 flat 5, and B minor 7 flat 5. So if you add in, that's actually a cool sounding chord. So okay, and then here the G, that's for the alter dominant, and then the B, and that's going to be your D there. Okay, one more time. So you have E minor 7 flat 5, and I'm adding the C on top, and then the G minor 7 flat 5, I'm adding the E flat on top, and then B minor 7 flat 5. So those are nice voicings to use for the for the chords. Okay, and then let's just do one more example. So here, E minor 7 flat 5, just like you can do this here, you can do the same thing here, and then same thing here. So I did there. So I have E minor 7 flat 5, adding the A note, G minor 7 flat 5, adding the C note, and then B minor 7 flat 5, adding the E note. Okay, so I think I've covered pretty much everything I wanted to do with this. So you can check out the the 2 PDFs. Check out some of the concepts that I'm putting in the guitar tutorial. And so I think what I'll do for today, since this is kind of a new concept for me, I've kind of done all the things that I wanted to do for today. So I'm not going to do an ending improvisation. So check out some of the concepts I have. Just apply this to your own practicing and have fun learning and exploring these the A altered, diminished whole tone scale, the pentatonic applications, the arpeggios, the voicings, and things like that. Okay, thanks for listening and watching.